What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We got another awesome case unboxing for you, coming to you for the iPhone 17 Pro again, and this one, if it hasn't given it away in the back, is coming to you from a great company called MagBak. Now, they were nice enough to send me two of their cases for the 17 Pro Max. One is their Elite in black and the other is their Elite in beige. We're gonna open these up and take a look at both of them for you. And one of the really cool things about MagBak is that all of these come with an inbuilt screen protector right into this really cool plastic casing. So this is some of the most fantastic boxing I've seen from cases so far, and inside and on the back, and I'll explain this a little more as we get more in depth, is an inbuilt screen protector, so you can easily put it on your phone and it's not going to bubble or anything like that due to the sides of the case. So I'll explain a little bit about that more in just a second, but thank you so much to MagBak for sending me these two cases. I'm really excited to work with you guys again on the 17 lineup, but let's get right into the unboxing. All right, so as you can see, we got both the Elites in the black and Elite in the beige, and this boxing experience is super cool. We're just gonna do these one at a time here. So here is the black, and on the top, you can kind of see this little paper topping on there. And then on the back, we'll get into this now. It's just instructions on how to do the screen protector with a nice little QR code right there for easy instructions and easy installation. They really can't make this any easier for you guys. So if you want an all-in-one screen protector plus case, this is definitely gonna be the way to go. So nice, easy instructions there. Really nice plastic unboxing. And then to open this up, all you have to do is pull out on the sides, and then this opens up. Here's a little bit of protective stuff. And then I'm gonna flip this so you guys can see it. Here is the screen protector. Now, I'm not gonna put this on in this video, but I'll do a demonstration in another short for you guys on exactly how to do that. But the instructions are on the back and it is extremely easy to do. So there is the screen protector. Now, flipping it back to the front, you can see the case right here. Let's take that out, put that off to the side, see what's on the other side here. A little bit of paperwork for exactly about the case itself, and then some other stuff for the screen protector, you know, cleaning guide for your screen and everything like that, and an alcohol pad before you put it on there. So really nice that they include all of this in one box for you. So then tossing that off to the side, you can see the case right here, and then on this side is a little magnetic piece that you can put onto any surface. So you got some 3M backing on the back there, try to get that in frame. So if you have a non-magnetic surface, you can go ahead and stick this on there. Maybe it's in the shower if you like watching YouTube videos in the shower, or just anywhere around the house, in the garage, or in your car especially. You can go ahead and drop this bad boy on there and be able to magnetically connect to your case anywhere that you want. You can also buy more of these separately on their site, and I'll have links to all that down below. And here is the case right here. You can see some really nice grips on the side, inbuilt finger hole that I will go over, and then some really nice interior, and we'll go over all these things, but I'm just giving you a quick around the case with an inbuilt stand and everything like that. And then MagBak was nice enough to send me a whole bunch of different accessories, some colorization for the case, so you can change these out on the case to kind of give it some more pop and different color. So these are the camera rings, and then they also come with matching buttons on there as well. So again, all links will be down below for these. So thank you again so much for sending these over, so you can really personalize your case and really make it whatever color you want, not just all black or all beige, since those are the two colors of the cases that it comes in. And then let's go ahead and just take a quick look at the beige. So same unboxing experience there. You get the top, pull the sides, flip it open, screen protector, and I'll save you guys some time here. And here is the beige right next to the black, so you can kind of pick which colorway is going to be best for your color iPhone. Now, I, of course, have the orange Pro Max, so I'm going to do this video in the black one, and just because the beige kind of blends in a little bit to my desk, but I do really love this beige color, and I think if I'm going to use this case on a day-to-day, I'm going to go with the beige, but for the sake of the video and you guys being able to see everything properly against the wood, I'm going to go with the black for this unboxing. All right, so let's do a quick walk around of the case. You can see these little things here on the sides. Those are your magnets to be able to stick this onto anything that you want. So bringing back this little doohickey there, you know, that just snaps right into there and then right there. And then I'm not sure if I can actually get this onto the video, but there you can kind of see those magnets pulling out a little bit. So they retract and come out to be able to stick to things better and be able to hold your phone onto the actual metal surface or those magnets itself. Now you don't need the magnets. These will actually stick to any metal surface that you want. So I just moved my camera a little bit. I'm gonna give you a quick demonstration of that. This is my metal bar that my camera rigging is all set up to. So there you go, you can stick this case right onto there, be able to swivel it in any direction you want, and then without having that magnet or anything, can be able to go onto any metal surface. All right, and now back to the normal view to go over the rest of the case. So again, on the back, those magnets, and then you do get an inbuilt little finger holder there, and it does come out, so that is also customizable with different colors. It is extremely easy to get back in and pull out, but all you have to do is just kind of pull it out, get your finger in there, and then that kind of sticks in. Obviously, it is not sticking right now because it needs the phone to hold onto it, and I'll demonstrate that once we get the actual phone into the case. And then you get a really nice inbuilt stand that snaps into place and has a little magnet there. Again, once the phone is in the case, I will show you more about that. All right, now looking at the bottom, you do have speaker holes. And one thing to note, on the 17 Pro Max, it does have 6 speaker holes, and this has a cutout for 5. So you will get a little bit of muffled sound there, but you do get a really nice underneath contraption to protect your charge port from dust and really open it up to any size USB-C cable that you're gonna be plugging in. So pluses and minuses there if you like having something to be able to cover your charge port so lint doesn't get inside of it. This is definitely gonna be good, but if you just like easy access, then maybe this one isn't gonna be the best one for you. On the corners, on each of the corners, you do get little lanyard strap holes, so you can go ahead and put one of those in. And then looking at the sides, you do get some really nice grips coming down there, so you're not gonna need to worry about holding on to this case. It is very grippy all the way around. Fully integrated power button with a camera control. On this side, more grips all the way down the side, and those actually feel really good. And then fully integrated volume up and down rockers with a fully integrated action button as well. So big kudos to MagBak for having fully integrated buttons there. And then taking a look around the camera plateau bump, you can see right here that it is a lot higher. And then if we bring it down here, you can see that that is actually a little bit lowered for you. So different levels of height on the camera plateau. So we'll see exactly how that looks once the phone is in the case. Nothing really on the top. And then going ahead and looking at the inside, you have a really nice suede interior. So it's gonna take away any of those micro scratches that you're gonna get from dust, little debris getting inside of your case and onto the back. And with ScratchGate, that's gonna be very important. So great to see it from MagBak putting in this really nice suede microfiber into the back. A little bit about patented technology. And then looking on the insides here, it is a little bit darker in the black case, but you can see some of that protection as well. They have basically some of the best protection you can get on cases. They do extensive testing, and you can drop this thing. It's military grade plus fur protection there, so you don't need to worry about dropping your phone from basic heights or even higher heights than that. Alrighty, but let's go ahead and get the phone into the case. Again, just sliding it into the bottom. And then there it is. So the little bit of note when you're putting your phone into the case itself, this part, the camera bump protection, does come out because that is one of those customizable colors. So just be careful that it might pop out when you're putting your case in there. It should snap right back into place. But just something to note there to be careful about, that it might pop out, or just do it flat. I do it, vertical and horizontal for the camera, but if you do it flat, you'll be totally fine there. All right, and I love the black, kind of this matte black finish. Is it a fingerprint magnet, as some matte finishes are? No, not really. That's really great, kind of wiping there. Really good for fingerprints. Doesn't really show any, so that's a really good sign. And then bringing this little finger contraption right there, now that the phone is in, it stays in there and locks into place. So that's really nice. If you're on the go or anything, you can have your finger in there, be able to hold onto this case and not worry about dropping it if you're walking the dog at the gym, anything like that. And then to just easily place it right back inside there, it just slides in. So really, really easy. Again, these magnets, super nice. And let's get into this bottom kickstand. You can hear that snap, and that's it locking itself into place. So it does have a two-way functionality. You can put your phone vertical like that. It does have a tiny bit of rocking, but not bad at all. And then you can have it horizontal at this angle. One thing to note is you can't put it like this on the bottom. The weight of the phone will snap that back into place. So there is only one way to have this horizontal, but really not that big of a deal, just having it one way. And I actually really like this viewing angle that it has. So kudos to MagBak for creating that. It's not too high and it is definitely not too low. All right, let's go into the camera plateau here. As I showed you, you can kind of see that one side is higher than the other, but it does give full protection on that. So kind of cutting it to the side here, you can see, and especially like maybe like at this angle, you can see that the back just comes straight up to that. It's not really raised anymore, where this side is a lot more raised, but it does cover the cameras itself. Right there, you can see that it has 1 millimeter or 1.5 millimeters more of protection, so you're not going to need to worry about that. It doesn't have a front cover, so if you're worried about scratches on the camera plateau, you're going to need to buy some sort of third-party cover on there. But from myself, as a recommendation, I don't think you need it. Just don't have other things in your pocket with your phone. Don't have change or your keys or anything like that that might be able to scratch it. And then taking a look at the bottom, you can see the volume punch-out holes there. Again, they are missing one. There are 6 volume holes on the 17 Pro Max. So that is going to muffle your volume. And then opening up the charge port, you can see just how generous that is. So no dust, lint, anything like that is going to be getting into your charge port when the flap is closed. And then you are going to be able to fit any size USB-C head into that to be able to charge your phone, which is awesome to see. And then you can just kind of flip that back and push it down into the charge port. And then taking a look at the sides, you do have really good screen protection there, a really good size lip. Not too big, but very sturdy, pulling it out from the sides. Maybe a little more generous of a pull near the buttons themselves on the left side, but not really anything bad, especially near the camera button down there on the right side, and then everywhere else is really good. Top and bottom pull, really nice, really sturdy. So this case is going to be very solid on your phone and stay in there. And again, really nice protection. And I kind of like these squared, rounded corners. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about those. But instead of just sticking with the normal shape of the iPhone, they kind of bring it out a little more and square them into a little rounded shape. Not sure if that really makes sense, but let me know in the comments if it does. So overall, I'm a huge fan of this case. I love what they've done and the changes they made for the 17 series. They do make these for the 17, 17 Pro, 17 Pro Max, and the 17 Air. I will be doing an Air video once they send me over those cases, so stay tuned for that as well. Very much enjoying this review. Love the buttons, love the kickstand, the finger hole, the magnet. This is a kind of can do it all case without needing to have anything extra. And then let's just go into MagSafe, because it does have that as well. So if you need to charge it, you can still stick MagSafe. Now this is my normal Taurus MagSafe ring. A link to this if you want to purchase this in the description. So it does have a stand there, but you have a kickstand on this case. Maybe a little bit of a lighter MagSafe pull on that. So, you know, if we're picking it up like this, it's actually pretty good bounce score there. But general, just putting it on and pulling it at an angle, maybe a tad more weaker, especially on the twist. But they do have some other accessories like wallets and things like that that are specific for this case, so those will be able to stay on a lot better. but in terms of just like having this phone for MagSafe for charging, going to be completely fine, and then leave the actual internal magnets to do the rest of its job. All right, so overall impressions of this case, look and feel, I'm going to give it a 9.6 out of 10. I really do enjoy it. I think it may be a tad slick on the back. There's not a whole lot of grip there, but it's really not bad, and then does make up for the finger hole contraption here that you can just easily get in and out. Really like the shape of the camera bump they did. Buttons are a 10 out of 10, and side grips 10 out of 10 there. Protection is, I'm going to give it 9.8 out of 10. Really nice. Again, the stand, really nice and usable there, and really nice screen protection. And it comes with a screen protector, which is just such a nice added bonus. And I can't state how useful that is, that they made a screen protector that works for their cases. I get so many comments about, does this case bubble? Are the sides going to push? All this and all that. And depending on the case and depending upon the screen protector, I can't say yes or no for it. It just needs to be placed on perfectly and hope that the edges don't go over. But with MagBak, they created their screen protector to work perfectly with their case, and it comes all in one, which is so nice. Now, in terms of pricing, this is in the upper echelon tier of cost. It does cost $79.99. Now, you can find different deals, and I will have a discount code either on the screen or in the description for you, or and also have an Amazon link so you can find different deals maybe on Prime Day or different things like that. But it is an expensive case, but you do get so much with it, so I don't think that it necessarily outprices itself and isn't worth that price. But if you want something a little bit cheaper, definitely is not going to be your option. But if you are willing to spend $80 on a case and get really nice accessories and a bunch of things and just functionality that this thing can do everything you want it to do on a day-to-day basis, then spend that $80 or a little bit less with discount codes and grab this case, because it's going to get you through the next year or more of having this phone. It does come in the two great colors of beige and black. So that's my review of the MagBak Elite case for the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Overall score, I'm gonna give this thing a 9.6 and a half, maybe even 9.7. I'm not really sure. I'll figure it out in the edit, so I'll have it on the screen over here or over here, whichever side that goes on. But really fantastic case. Can't speak highly enough. Thank you so much to MagBak for sending this over. Can't wait to test out the Air case. If you guys have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, I have a ton more iPhone 17 Pro Max videos. I mean, they all work for the 17, 17 Pro. So if you just want to see some reviews on different cases, I'll have some other things over here as well, so you can click into that. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.